gosh, chat. The stream that nobody saw coming. The stream that nobody saw coming. Let's get comments pulled up. It's been a while since we've done a night stream, right? Where's my comments? Pull my comments up. There we go. Been a while since we've done a night stream. Haven't done that in a hot minute, but here we are. We need to notify the Discord. Because probably a lot of people not expecting the stream right now. So we need to make sure we throw out some notifications real quick. Is my chat box not working? I don't think my chat box is working. I'll see if I can fix that. How's everybody liking the YouTube shorts, by the way? I know we haven't done those in a very long time, but we recently started doing those again. I think we've done two of them. How are you guys liking that? Let's see if I can get my chat box fixed. What's up, David? What's up, Mike? What's up, Truth? Kate, Laura, Sean, Sanchez. What's up, guys? Welcome. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic night. Great to see you, Joseph. Ellis, what's up? Hey, Chris and chat. Sean, what's up, dude? Oh my God, I'm first. Almost. Third. You were third, so close. Almost got it. Are you on TikTok? I am on TikTok. I don't post on TikTok a whole lot, to be fair, to be honest. I feel like not a whole lot of people are into the whole TikTok thing, which, then again, that's not exactly true. People love TikTok, but, yeah, I haven't grown my TikTok following, really, so. But if you want to be a part of it, feel free. Volume is a bit low on my end. I don't want to turn myself up too far, because with this new mic, it starts to get a bit. I don't know what's the fancy term that Mint used the other day when she was talking about that. I don't know. It starts to get a bit funky if I turn it up too far. So maybe try turning me up on your end. See, let me know if that helps. You do great on there. I am on there. I've uploaded like maybe 15, 20 little videos on TikTok. So if you want to check that out, you can feel free to check that out. What's up, Dominion? Welcome, dude. Welcome. Again, huge shout out to Darcy for the new mic. Just want to give her another shout out real quick. Also, before we get going, we need to get rid of the Christmas. We need to get rid of the Christmas backdrop here. We're past that, man. It's time to move on. I know it sucks. Christmas is over. It's over. We got to find a new backdrop here. I'll try to find one very quickly, and then we'll get straight to the point of the stream. Seems like chat has already filled up, so let me just try to find a really quick backdrop, and we'll probably end up changing this a bit later. But for now, this will do. All right, there we go. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to Christmas. Say goodbye. Oh, hold on. There we go. Wonder Brother sound from the new mic is a lot better. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. It is a lot better. It's like 10 times better. So, what are we talking about tonight, chat? What are we talking about on this surprise pop-up night stream? We're going to be talking about the root of your anxiety issues. So, it's very easy, and we're just going to jump right into it. Like I said, chat's pretty much full. So, it's very easy when you're going through anxiety, a lot of negative intrusive thoughts, a lot of symptoms. You guys know everything that comes along with anxiety, trying to problem solve and figure out, and why do I have this thought and why do I have that thought, and then that leads to more worry, and now you're obsessed about the thoughts, and you're obsessed about the symptoms, and you're obsessed about the physical symptoms, and down the rabbit hole we go, right? So, very easy to get caught up on all that. And you're like, what do I tackle first? What do I do first? What do I have to overcome first? Where am I going with this? You're like running in all these different circles, right? I just want to pull you back in really quick tonight, right, with this stream. I just want to pull you back in, and I want you to understand one thing, and one thing only, okay? This is all we're going to be talking about this stream. It's very crucial that you internalize this and really realize this. There is one thing that is causing all your problems, as far as anxiety is concerned, of course, and we know that's second fear and worry. But what does it really come down to? What is causing all your issues? Why are you adding second fear to begin with? Why are you doing the things that are hindering your recovery to begin with? Why are you in this cycle to begin with, right? What is the root of your anxiety problems? I'll tell you what it is. It is because you are afraid of the way that you feel. I said it. He said it. We said it here first tonight. It is because you are afraid of the way that you feel. So you might be really wrapped up in all of this, trying to figure it out. What does this mean? What does this mean? What do I do about this? I'll tell you, the reason that you're doing the things that are hindering your recovery, the reason that maybe you're not using the two main keys like you should, living your life, not fighting with the thoughts and feelings, right? What does this all come back to? Why are you adding second fear to begin with? Why is this a problem, an issue to begin with? It's because you're afraid of the way that you feel. Dr. Claire Weeks knew this the best, knew this more than anybody. All of your problems, all of your anxiety issues, the reason you can't stick to the two main keys right now, you're practicing, you can't seem to stick to it, the reason you can't live your life like you want to, the reason that you still fight with these thoughts and feelings, there's only one reason. There's only one reason. It's because you're afraid of the way that you feel. So the next question comes, okay, Wonder Bro, you just answered why I am the way that I am. You just answered why I got into this cycle to begin with. You just answered why I'm here, right? But what do I do about that? That's the next big question. That's the next big question. You just told me that all of my anxiety issues, all of my anxiety problems, the reason I can't seem to dedicate to the two main keys, the reason I'm adding second fear to begin with, the reason I'm worried to begin with is because I'm afraid of the way that I feel, right? And I can agree to that. It's probably what you're thinking right now. I can agree to that, Wonder Bro. But now the next big question is, what do I do about it? What the hell do I do about it? I agree with what you're saying, but what the hell do I do about it? I'll tell you what the hell you do about it. You start practicing really going towards it. You start practicing really and willingly embracing it, right? If you can lose the fear of the way that you feel, if you can lose the fear of the way that you feel, you are on the home stretch. Dr. Claire Weeks also said that a body in the sensitized state, right, can heal fairly quickly, rather quickly, without fear. And she means the fear that you're adding. The fear that you're adding to the symptoms, right? So your root problem is the reason that you're adding second fear to begin with, which is worry. That's all second fear means. The reason you're so obsessed to begin with, the reason that you're in the situation that you're in right now with anxiety comes down to that one thing. You can go a million different directions with it, but it comes down to that one thing at the end of the day. It's because you're afraid of the way that you feel. So again, the next question is, how the hell then, okay, I can accept that, but how the hell do I get over being afraid of the way that I feel? I'll tell you how, by finally facing it. And you might be talking to yourself right now saying, well, Wonder Bro, all I've been doing for the past 6 months is facing it. All I've been doing for the past 2 years is waking up feeling like this and facing it. But have you really? Let's be honest with ourselves for a second. Have you really been facing it? Or have you just been getting by? Have you really been turning towards it and looking it right in the eye and saying, okay, this is the way I feel, I'm going to see where this takes me? Or have you been turning away from it with coping methods and compulsions and everything that you're telling yourself mentally? Have you really been facing it, or have you just been scraping by? Have you really been learning about these symptoms and embracing these symptoms and getting to know these symptoms? Or have you just been scraping by? Have you really been turning and looking at these symptoms right in the eye, chat? Or have you just been scraping by, right? We got to get you to a point. Now that we know that your main problem is being afraid of the way that you feel, we got to get you to a point where you're not afraid of the way that you feel. And there's only one way to do that. And to a lot of you, it's going to sound a bit crazy or a bit like, oh no. But there's only one way to get you over the root problem of all this anxiety mess. And that's losing the fear of the way that you feel. And there's only one way to do that. By being willing to see where it takes you. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by being willing to see where it takes you? I mean, the next time you feel symptoms, okay, intrusive thoughts or physical feelings, symptoms, right? The next time you feel these things, no matter how high they are, no matter how intense they are, seeing them right through is what I mean by truly beginning to lose the fear of them. So what the hell does that mean, Wonder Bro? What does seeing them right through mean? Dr. Claire Weeks said that as well. Seeing them that right through, right, means that you're no longer running for the door. It means that you're no longer running for the coping methods. It means that you're no longer running for the compulsions. It means that you're keeping an accepting attitude. She called it the accepting inner voice. That's what it means. It means that you're no longer trying to do anything to shut it down. Instead, you're going to invite it and get to know it on a very personal level. Ooh, that sounds a bit spooky. But understand, again, we're coming back to our main point here. The reason you're having so many issues with anxiety and this whole cycle and blah, 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 is because you're afraid of the way that you feel. How do you lose the fear of the way that you feel? By getting to know it. By getting to know it on a very personal level. How do you get to know it on a very personal level? By inviting it to stay, by inviting it to come, by keeping the right accepting attitude while it's there. And then once you get comfortable with these symptoms, once you get comfortable with the discomfort, right, you start to lose the fear. And as we've already discussed, the main problem with anybody suffering from a quote-unquote anxiety disorder is fear of the way that they feel. This leads to the obsession. This leads to the worry. This leads to what Dr. Claire Weeks called second fear, right, what I call worry. If you did not fear the way that you feel, none of this would be an issue. And there's only one way, again, I'll say it one last time, there's only one way to overcome the fear of the way that you feel, by feeling it and getting to know it. And that means no more coping methods, no more compulsions, allowing it to be. Run towards it. Run towards it. Get to know it. When you get to know it, you stop fearing it, right? And everything else will fall into place. So that... my lovely friends, got choked there for a second, was the point of tonight's stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like on it. We're going to switch on over to the post stream and read some chat. Oh no, we've still got a very jolly post stream. Oh boy, we got to do some work on this. Sorry everyone. Christmas is over. My chat box is working on this screen. I'll have to figure out why it's not working on the other screen. Jimmy says, that's a proper mic right there. I appreciate that, Jimmy. Shout out to Darcy for this mic. She got it for me off of my Amazon wish list. Let's see. Okay. We got a very jolly Christmas post stream here. There we go. There we go. So, what's it all come down to at the end of the day, chat? What's it all come down to at the end of the day? Comes to that accepting attitude, because that accepting attitude is going to get you familiar with these feelings. It's going to get you used to these feelings. It's going to get you to the point where you drop the fear of these feelings. And as we discussed tonight, okay, fearing the way that you feel is the main problem. It is the root of your anxiety issues. Dr. Claire Weeks knew that the best, and there's only one way to overcome fearing the way that you feel, and that's by inviting it to come, inviting it to stay, and getting to know it, which means you're not trying to push it away with coping methods or compulsions. You're not trying to turn away from it. You're going fully into it with an accepting attitude. You work and build that accepting attitude, and eventually you're going to lose slowly. It's not like a switch. For most people, it's not like a switch, but slowly you're going to eventually lose so much of that fear of the way that you feel, right? Run to it and get to know it. I like the way that you put that. And I'm going to correct you just a little bit, Sean. Sean says, I don't care about the way I feel necessarily anymore. It's a huge bonus. I just fear the things that might happen in the future, the pain or the bad events. You think that's the issue. But I'll tell you, and in reality, if you think long and hard enough, okay, you think that you don't fear the way that you feel. I fear what might happen. I fear bad things happening. That's what you think is going on. But what's actually going on is when you get these intrusive thoughts about bad things that might happen in the future, it makes you feel a certain way, doesn't it? It doesn't make you feel good. It fills you with this anxiety, right? But if you had these intrusive thoughts about bad things happening, this, that, or the other, although they might be uncomfortable, if they didn't fill you with so much anxiety, you probably wouldn't care as much. And if you think on that really, really long and really, 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 really hard, you'll agree with me, I promise. because I used to be the same way. Oh, I don't fear the way I feel. I fear these bad things happening. Yeah, but if you had the thoughts, if you had the what if thoughts of these bad things happening and they brought you no anxiety, and you were just like, okay, well, that would be unfortunate, right? Like most people do that are not sensitized. If that was your reality, you wouldn't fear these things like you think you do. So really, at the end of the day, it still comes back to I fear the way that I feel. I don't like the way these negative intrusive thoughts make me feel. It freaks me out. Therefore, technically, at the end of the day, you still are fearing the way that you feel. Because if these thoughts came in and they brought no fear or anxiety with them, and you were just kind of like, that would suck, but whatever, right? You didn't fear the way that you felt, okay? It wouldn't be an issue, see? You wouldn't say, I fear these things that happen. You fear the fear that the potential of these things happening brings. So again, at the end of the day, it kind of does tie back to you fear the way that you feel, right? So I hope that kind of clears it up for you just a little bit, because I used to be in the same boat there. But if you don't fear the way that you feel, or fear the way that any of this makes you feel, right? Then you're not trying so hard to push it away. You're not trying so hard to get rid of it, right? Right? Problem solved. Problem solved. That takes care of all the obsession, all that nasty little stuff, right? Yeah, exactly, Victoria. And it's what most people fear. It's what all people fear at the end of the day, right? And Sean even agrees there. He says, yeah, that's true, actually. So we gave Sean a different perspective there, and now he's starting to see that, yeah, that actually is true. It actually does come back to me fearing the way that I feel, or fearing the way these thoughts make me feel, or fearing the way this anxiety makes me feel. It all comes back to a certain amount of fear. I fear the way that I feel, right? So I'm glad you agree with me, Sean. That proves to me that maybe we cleared a misconception up for you. How's everyone doing tonight? True said, that was a great stream, and you are so right. I fear how the feelings make me feel. Yep, exactly, you do. And if you want to lose the fear of how they make you feel, you got to get to know them. You can't keep running from them. You can't keep turning away from them with coping methods and compulsions, right? You can't keep turning away from them. You can't keep looking for the exit, whether it be a physical exit or a mental exit. You can't keep doing all this if you're going to lose the fear of them, and that's what people are doing. Month after month, week after week, day after day, year after year, people are avoiding with coping methods, compulsions, and trying to turn away from the feelings and doing whatever they can to satisfy the anxiety. They never let it play out. And when you never let it play out, because you're stomping out the thoughts, fighting with them, using compulsions, you're stomping out the feelings, using compulsions, coping methods, you never let it play out, you're always going to be apprehensive because you never let it play out. Therefore, you're always going to fear the way that you feel. Therefore, there's always going to be some apprehension there, right? So if we know that the root problem is fear of the way that you feel, then you got to lose the fear of the way that you feel. And there's only one way to lose the fear of the way that you feel: getting to know it. No more coping methods, compulsions, turning away from it, looking for that physical or mental exit. There's only one way to lose the fear of the way that you feel, and that's getting to know it. And once you get to know it, by no longer turning away from it with all these different little techniques you're using, right, coping methods, right, once you get to know it, you'll slowly start to get desensitized to it, right? So if everybody in chat, I want everybody in chat to be very honest with themselves right now. I want everybody in chat, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, right? But I do want everybody in chat to be very honest with themselves right now. Over these past few weeks, months, days, years, whatever the case is for you on your personal journey, when this strong anxiety comes, these thoughts and feelings, have you truly dropped your coping methods, your compulsions, your mental arguing, your mental fighting, you're looking for the mental exit? You're trying to get the thoughts to stop by doing whatever compulsion, mental or physical compulsion. You're trying to get the feelings to go away by doing this, that, or the other, right? How many people in chat has truly and can truly say that when these feelings come, I run towards them? I'm trying to get to know them. I want to get to know them, right? I want to see how it plays out. I'm not going to try to stop it from playing out anymore. I'm going to let it play out so I can lose the fear of it. How many people can say they've actually been doing that? There's probably quite a few of you who can say that you've been practicing that. But I think it's time that we step it up even another notch, right? I think it's time we step it up even another notch, and we stop trying to get it to stop. We stop trying to, it's time to let it play out. There's no more trying to get it to stop. It's time to get used to it. It's time to get familiar with it. It's time to lose your fear of it, right? So you're no longer trying to stop it from playing out. You're going to let it play out, because this is the way that we lose the fear of the way that we feel, because we get used to it. We get comfortable with it. We see that if we let it play out, nothing bad happens. We see that if we loosen up, drop the coping methods, we don't need them, drop the compulsions, we don't need them. We see that if we let all of that go and really get familiar with the feelings, nothing bad happens, right? This is how you lose the fear of the feelings. Now, the way that you're doing it right now, ironically enough, you think that it's putting a stop to the fear every time that it comes on. You start obsessing and using coping methods and compulsions. You think that's doing you a favor because it's putting a bit of a break on the fear or whatever. But really, it's just keeping you in a very miserable cycle. A very miserable cycle, right? It's ironic because the things that you're doing now that you think are helping are keeping you in a very miserable cycle, right? Very miserable cycle. So, it's very ironic in that way. You think that you're doing the things that you're doing because it's helping, and it may help in the moment. You're putting the brakes on the anxiety in the moment by finding the nearest exit, physically or mentally. And when I say mentally, I mean you're trying to sort the thoughts, figure them out. That won't happen because of you think you're putting the brakes on all of it, and you might be for a split second, but really it's just keeping you in this miserable cycle. So it's very ironic. All the things that you think you're doing that's helping and keeping you just hanging on, I'm just barely hanging on, man. All the things that you think you're doing that are helping, it's really the problem. Because you're not losing the fear of the way that you feel when you do all these things. You're just putting it off, 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 right? And that's why Dr. Claire Weeks summed that up perfectly when she said, see it right through. And that's exactly what she meant by see it right through. There's no more trying to turn away from it. There's no more trying to find the exit. There's no more trying to make it stop by doing the compulsions or figuring out the thoughts. When these thoughts come, man, and they're causing you a bunch of anxiety, or these symptoms too, either way, physically, mentally, I don't care. Either way, when they come, right, you're going to want to put the freaking brakes on. That's what you've been doing for so long. It's getting you by, but it's keeping you in a miserable cycle. Next time these thoughts or feelings come, just say, you know what? Take me. You know what? I'm not going to try to figure that thought out or do the compulsion to get rid of it, or same with the feelings, whatever. Take me, man. Take me. I want to see where this goes. I want to see where this goes. So, again, ironically, the things that you think you're doing that are helping are just keeping you in a miserable cycle. But when you finally let these thoughts and feelings just, quote-unquote, take you over and see what happens, you'll slowly start to see that they die out. What you're doing now is giving you temporary, just dragging by relief in the moment, but it's keeping you in a cycle, right? If you didn't fear the way you felt, none of this would be an issue. And there's only one way to overcome the fear of the way that you feel, and that's by letting it play right on out, which is intense at first, but letting it play right on out, man. That's how you slowly start to lose the fear of the way that you feel, because you see not jack shit happens, right? But you'll never see that if you don't let it play out. You're always using coping methods and compulsions, and which, again, are just keeping you miserable, right? Right? So if you want to lose the fear of the way that you feel, at some point you got to face it, man. And that's news that some people don't want to hear, but I'm just being straight with you. At some point you got to face it, man. You can go at your own pace, and I think that's what Sean's getting at in the chat. You can go at your own pace, but eventually we got to get you to a point where you're not afraid of the way that you feel. And the only way that we're going to get you to a point where you're not afraid of the way that you feel is by not trying to put the brakes on it, which is what you've been doing that's keeping you in the cycle for so long. When I say put the brakes on, that sums everything up. The compulsions, the coping methods, everything. Everything, right? You're not muted, Slow Jam. The bot's just holding all your comments. The bot's just holding all your comments because they're a little out there. So sometimes the bot will automatically pick up on that. Got to tone it down a little bit or you won't make it past the YouTube bot, which is out of my control. Completely out of my control. Got to tone it down just a little bit. You won't make it past the bot. Yep, I have no control over the YouTube bot. Let's see. Thanks, homie. Absolutely, dude. Let's see. So I feel like that was a great stream. We're going to put on some, little bit of lo-fi here. We're going to put on a little bit of lo-fi here. Sit back, relax, talk to chat for a bit. If you did enjoy today's stream, which I think it was amazing, not to toot my own horn, but I think we fucking nailed that one. All right, I think we fucking nailed that one. If you did enjoy today's stream, make sure you leave a like. It really helps get these videos out in the algorithm for people that might need them. There's somebody out there right now that doesn't know that the main problem, the reason they're experiencing everything they're experiencing is because they're afraid of the way that they feel. There's people out there that don't know that right now, so they're still trying to solve the way that they feel instead of losing the fear of it. So they're going about it the wrong way. If we want to reach these people, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help. All right, so if you enjoyed the stream, make sure you leave a thumbs up. I appreciate, Kate, you reminding the stream to do that. I appreciate it. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there that don't know that the main problem is they're fearing the way that they feel, so they're still trying to solve it, man, which means they're adding a bunch of second fear. We need to reach those people, chat, and we are every single day, but let's continue to do that. Hey, that's great, Sean. Be proud of your progress, dude. Be proud of your progress. So even though we discussed the main problem and we discussed what you can do about it, that doesn't mean you're going to be perfect right away. That doesn't mean you're going to be perfect right away, right? You've discovered the root of your problem here, right? You've discovered what needs to be done about it. You need to lose the fear of the way that you feel. Once you do that, you're golden. How do you do that? By letting it play out, right? No more coping methods or compulsions, just seeing it right through, as Dr. Claire Weeks put it. You discovered all that. That doesn't mean you're going to flip a switch and be perfect at that overnight. It doesn't mean that. It does mean that you got the truth now. It does mean that you have the truth literally in your hands now. So that's what it does mean. And now you can start working on that. You can start changing that attitude to more of an accepting one. See what happens, right? Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect, though, by any means. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect by any means. Absolutely, Sean, and that's why I always say people are allowed to go at their own pace. I know losing. Oh shit! Fuck, that scared the shit out of me. Every fucking time, God, I'm gonna have a fucking stroke, chat. Kate, thank you so much, Kate. Hitting the typical all by yourself, man. I appreciate that. Always, woof, we're ready to go, man. We're ready for another rant. Let's get it. I got the blood flowing now. Kate, thank you so much for that. When will I ever learn to turn down the volume on my headset? I don't know. But Kate, thank you so much. Can we give a huge shout out in the chat to Kate, man? Hitting the typical all by herself, taking us to a 67-day streak. Woo. Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you so much. Jeez, can't spell today. What's up, Sanity? Thank you, Kate. I really appreciate that. It might not have been you, Kate, because we know people like to put different names in the chat so they can give other people credit, which, by the way, I think is the most heartwarming and selfless act. I think it's adorable. So we know that people in my chat are good for that. They like to send tips and then they'll put somebody else's name in the field. I used to call them out on that, but now I don't. Now I let them do their thing. So we're going to say that it was Kate, right? Might not have been, but we're going to say that it was Kate. So Kate, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. That is such a heartwarming thing for you guys to do. It's just so, oh gosh, it's so cute. This might come out of nowhere, but I wonder if, how do I say this? I'm kind of scared that my girlfriend might not like me if I have an anxiety attack. Sounds like you're doing a lot of what ifing, right? Right? Again, anxiety attack, fear of the way that you feel. Fear, right? Just fear in general. All right, so how do we lose the fear of the way that that thought makes you feel? By just seeing it right through and saying, you know what? Okay. Right? That's how we lose the fear of the way that that thought makes you feel. Right? That's how we do that. Sanchez. Oh, boy. We knew it would happen. We knew it would happen. We knew it would happen eventually. We knew it would happen eventually, man. Sanchez. Always. You know, I used to do, you guys know that I struggle with basic math, right? So, what used to happen is, whenever Sanchez would send like weird amounts, like $18, $17, $19, whatever, I would break out the calculator, because I'm really bad at basic math. So I would break out the calculator just to make sure. I don't do that anymore. Anytime Sanchez sends a weird amount, I know exactly why he did it. And I just go ahead and type the 69 in. Because I know exactly that's why he would send a weird amount. There's no other reason why he'd send a weird amount. So I don't even have to do the math anymore. What's 50 plus 19? I don't know. 69, of course. Of course it is. Wonder Bro, I'm not sure if that will help in this situation. It absolutely will help in this situation. You got to understand something. You're living under an illusion, my friend. You're living under an illusion. You get the what if thought. I'm afraid my girlfriend won't like me if I have an anxiety attack. That thought makes you feel fearful. Yes or no? I know the answer to that is yes. You don't have to answer that. Stay quiet for a second. The answer to that question is yes. I get a what if thought that says my girlfriend might not like me anymore if I have an anxiety attack. That fills you with a little bit of anxiety and fear. You don't like the way that that makes you feel when that thought comes in. Therefore, you obsess over that thought and you want to make sure that that thought's not going to happen. However, the thought is not the problem. It's the fact that you don't like the way that that thought makes you feel. So at the end of the day, the main problem is fearing the way that you feel. And if you want to get over fearing the way that you feel, you got to embrace the way that you feel. If you want to embrace the way that you feel, you got to work on your attitude. So you might say to me, Wonder Bro, it's the thought that's causing me the problem. I say to you, no, it's not the thought that's causing you the problem. It's the fact that the thought comes in and the thought makes you feel a certain way. It makes you feel anxious. You don't like to feel anxious. Therefore, the thought is now the problem. But it's not. At the end of the day, the true problem is fearing the way that you feel. So if you get over fearing the way that you feel by embracing it, then these thoughts won't be a problem. Jesus. About to pass out after that one. I think that was a good rant. And I think that might sum it up for you, right? Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you for, I appreciate all the questions that send me off on the rants because other people need to hear it too. So thank you for that. I appreciate that comment that sent me there. I tell you like it is because I was the same way, dude. Back in the day when I was sensitized, if I would have had a thought that said, I'm afraid my girlfriend won't like me if I have an anxiety attack, I would have argued with the thought for the rest of the night because I would have told myself that the thought is the problem. When really the thoughts are not the problem, man. It's the way that they make you feel. That's the problem. Right? That's the problem. Because if you had the thought that my girlfriend might not like me if I have an anxiety attack, if you had that thought and that thought didn't fill you with fear and then you didn't like the fear, right, then it wouldn't matter to you. But the fact that that thought makes you feel a certain way that you don't like to feel, now the thought somehow matters. Right? But if you didn't fear the way that the thought made you feel, then it wouldn't matter. The thought would come in, it would make you feel a certain way, but you don't fear feeling that way anymore. Therefore, the thought becomes irrelevant too. Ooh, isn't that sweet? Isn't knowing that so damn sweet? Isn't knowing that so damn sweet? Right? Right? Knowing that is so damn sweet. And I'll tell you why it's so damn sweet. Because now the thoughts are no longer the problem. When the thoughts are the problem, oh man, you got your work cut out for you. Because that means you're going to have to solve every intrusive thought that you get. Ooh, and that's going to be horrible. If the thoughts are the problem, you're going to have to solve them all. Right? And that's where I was. And oh my God, did that just wreck my nerves. Right? So when the thoughts are the problem for you, that's not a good place to be. But when you realize that the thoughts come in and they make you feel a certain way, they make you feel anxious, and you don't like feeling that way, So therefore, now you think the thought's the problem because of the way that it made you feel. Now you're going to be obsessing over the thoughts. But if you realize that really, if the thought came in and it made you anxious, but you didn't care about feeling anxious, you didn't fear feeling anxious, the thought wouldn't be the problem anymore. Right? The thought is only the problem when you don't like the way that the thought makes you feel. So if you lose the fear of anxiety, the thoughts are no longer the problem. So the thoughts are free to come and go. And then everything starts to run smoothly, dude. Oh, my God. Everything starts to run smoothly at that point, right? We got a $10 tip in from your, I believe it's In Your Praise, I think is the name. Interesting. We got a $10 tip in, says, thank you. Thank you so much for the $10 tip. Sanchez, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but you know what that means, man. You know what that means. Enjoy the 69 while it lasts, because it's gone, brother. It is gone. Your praise coming in. Say goodbye. 69. 79, man. Hey, so I know we haven't streamed in a few days. I want to address this real quick. I know we haven't streamed in a few days, right? And the reason behind that is my family celebrates the holidays a little bit later than everyone else because we have to work around people's schedules. A lot of people, oh my God. Oh my God. Sanchez, he knows exactly what he's doing, man. Hey, Sanchez, I appreciate you, dude. Hold on, wait a minute. I think we've got some trickery going on in the chat from a certain somebody. I'm not going to call him out, but you know who you are. That may or may not have been Sanchez that just sent that tip. I don't know, mystery. But that takes us to 106. That takes us to 106, dude. Wow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, chat. What a joyful return, man. I appreciate it. What a joyful return. Which brings me to the point that I was about to make. I know I haven't been streaming. We got to work around people's schedules. We celebrate the holidays a little bit late compared to everybody else. So I've kind of been like dodging people here and there, trying to get my YouTube stuff in. But I did do a couple shorts. So, you know, I'm going to try to do that. If for some reason I can't do a daily stream, busy, holidays, whatever, I'm going to try to do shorts instead because they only take like, 50 seconds? So I did do a couple shorts. If you want to check those out, I think they were some really good ones. They only take a minute to watch. Leave them some love. But yeah, we're here. We're here. Let's see. What up, Ghost? Good to see you. 2 main keys is the way to go. Absolutely. Why? Why are the 2 main keys the way to go? Live your life. Stop fighting with the thoughts and feelings. Because they tackle the root problem. That's what we've been talking about all day here. What's the root problem? You fear the way that you feel. Therefore, you obsess and add second fear and all that. What do the 2 main keys help you do? They help you lose the fear of the way that you feel. Because when you live your life, you can see that you can do things. And when you stop fighting with the thoughts and feelings, you just let them play out. You're not using coping methods and all this stuff and running from them, blah, blah, blah. You start to lose the fear of them because you see they don't hurt you when you don't do these things, right? So it's facing. So the 2 main keys are the way to go, and they're the way to go because they tackle the root problem. I haven't been saying that. I haven't been wording it like that. Okay, here's the root problem, guys. I've just been giving you the 2 main keys. The reason I've been giving you the 2 main keys because the 2 main keys does tackle the root problem, slowly helping you to lose the fear of the way that you feel, which again, it's not the thoughts, it's not the feeling, it's that you fear the way that you feel, right? So I worded the 2 main keys, but it's because it takes care of the root problem, which is fear of the way that you feel. That's what we got to get you working on, okay? And the 2 main keys get you working on that. We talked for a minute, and I recommended your channel to her. Someone was buying anxiety books. I appreciate that, dude. Word of mouth helps the channel grow more than you know, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much again, guys. Thank you, seriously. Thank you so much again for the tips. I really appreciate it. 106 tonight. like I said, I know we haven't streamed in a couple days. It's always really nice to come back and have the warm reception. Really appreciate it. I appreciate all that you do for the channel, your likes, your comments, the support, man, keeping the show on the road. I really appreciate it, guys, and I only hope that I can return all of the love with good content. So I do appreciate it. I mean, a 67-day streak is just absolutely insane. A 67-day streak with 106 tonight is just absolutely insane. I want you guys to know, I don't know what I'd do without you. So thank you so much for that. We're not gonna get sappy tonight. We're not gonna get sappy tonight. I just wanna thank you guys. All right, that's it. What's on the dinner menu? I don't know, dude. I'm getting hungry. I'm starving. I'm starving, man. I ate a little bit when I woke up. I ate some sausage, which was really good. And I ate a steak sandwich. But I think it's almost time to eat again. I'm starving. Stomach's starting to growl. So we're gonna have to find something. I don't know what, but we're gonna have to find something. I gotta take care of this. I know I missed some comments, so hold up. Let me scroll up for a bit. I know I missed some. Somewhere. Victoria says, it's in your praises, me. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for the $10 tip. I believe it was 10, right? Thank you so much, Victoria. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, how have you been, Terry? I know you've been going through some things. We all go through some life situations from time to time. How have you been? It's really good to see you, mystery tipper. It's really good to see you. Really good to see you, man. I always miss Terry when Terry's not around. Terry's a good guy. Terry's a good guy. I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, thank you so much for that. I can't pronounce the name. I can't pronounce the name. Terry. I can't pronounce the name that was typed in there. But thank you so much for that, man. Thank you. 100 and... oh, God. Basic math. 125. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. What a warm, lovely reception to return to, guys. I really appreciate it. I only slept like 4 or 5 hours last night, so I'm surprised the stream was as good as it was. But considering I only slept 4 or 5 hours last night, it always puts me in my emotions a little bit. You know how when you sleep, but you don't sleep as much as you normally do, you get a little emotion. You're a little bit more emotional during the day. You know what I mean? So you guys are making me I'm a little emotional right now. 2 days off the stream. Come back, 67-day streak, 125, man. You guys kill it every single day. I'm so thankful for that. Let's change the subject. I don't want to get emotional on you guys. How you doing, Jimmy John? I know we talked the other day. I believe it was you, right? Maybe it's a different Jimmy. But I know we talked the other day over on the VC. How have you been doing since then? Well, I hope. Practice, right? Practice. Yeah, Terry's our mystery tipper today. Terry is our mystery tipper today. But how have you guys been doing? How you been doing, Ghost? How you been doing, Jimmy? What about you, Terry? Are things starting to even out for you? What about you, Sanchez? Did you have a good Christmas? Sanchez, the winner of our Christmas tree competition. He gets to flex that exclusive badge now and that exclusive name color till the end of time. He gets that big flex. He gets that big flex. Little emotional today, but getting better. That's okay. I know some people recently in the community have lost some people that were close to them. Of course, I don't want to bring up anyone's name who's not here, but I know some people in the community here recently for a fact have lost some people that are close to them. You guys know I'm no stranger to loss, and I think that's what you're referring to, Terry. But you guys know I'm no stranger to loss. With having recently lost my dad. And then my grandfather, not even a few months later, it feels like. I don't know the timeline exactly. I try not to obsess about it, but you guys know I'm no stranger to loss either. Life has really just been flipped upside down for a lot of us here recently, it seems, with the loss. So I know exactly how that feels, and it's a good thing that we've got these tools. We've got acceptance. Acceptance is a good life skill, so you don't fear the feeling of, being emotional. You don't fear the feeling of having to grieve. You don't, so acceptance, good life skills, man. Feel the way that you feel, and you don't have to fear the way that you feel. That way you can heal. So I'm definitely no stranger to what you guys are going through that's lost somebody recently. I'm definitely no stranger to any of that. And I will say this, use the skills that you already have, dude. Use the skills that you've learned from your channel, from this channel, sorry, to tackle that. All right, let's see here. Go with the flow and accept what is. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. The VC was pretty cool. I enjoyed you guys. It was nice to talk to you, Jimmy. It's always cool to be able to talk to you guys in VC and to kind of get to know you personally. Hey, I appreciate that, Slow Jam. I'm glad you enjoy the video game channel so much. I haven't uploaded on it in like 2 years, like a year or something. But yeah, it's my main focus is this channel. So you never know though. Once we continue to grow this channel and I get to a comfortable place here, we might start working on the video game channel again. I think it's called Wonder Bro Games. See, I don't even remember the name of that channel. But if you want to check it out, Wonder Bro Gaming, Wonder Bro Games, something like that. I think I would remember the name of my own channel. But this channel right here, Vacate Fear, is my baby. And until I'm completely satisfied, I probably won't focus too much on other platforms or other channels right now. But there are a few videos up there on the video game channel that's kind of funny. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Perfect time to plug my socials here. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Vacate Fear. Check it out. Another huge shout out to Darcy. If you guys, how many people? Let's see a show of hands in chat. A show of hands in chat. How many people are enjoying the new mic quality, man? I don't know if you remember the old mic quality. I'm sure you do. How many people, show of hands in chat, are enjoying the new mic quality? Because if you're enjoying it, and if you think it's really helping the streams, I believe it's really, really helping the streams, since what we do here is talk. If you're enjoying it, make sure to give a special shout out to Darcy. Darcy doesn't really comment. I don't think they've ever commented, but they've been a huge supporter of the channel for a very long time, between tips and buying off my Amazon wish list, and they are who you have to thank for this improved mic quality. So give them a huge shout out in the chat, please. I think so too, Jimmy. I think so too. It must be. It must be. All right, guys. All right, man. We're a few minutes away. About 8-7 minutes, something like that, away from that 1 hour mark. So we're going to start winding it down here, guys. I love you. I love you. I don't know what else to say. I love you so much. Always feels good to come back to a nice, warm reception from you guys. Excellent stream, man. Excellent stream. I think we really hit some very important points today that kind of puts things into perspective for you. It's not the thoughts you need to figure out, man. It's not the situations you need to escape. You need to tackle the root. All that stuff is just a bluff. All of that stuff is an illusion. The fact that you think the thoughts and the situation and the feelings is the problem is going to have you running in circles trying to solve all that shit. And running in circles trying to solve all that shit is what's keeping you in this cycle of being stressed, right? So I think we tackled today that the root problem is fearing the way that you feel. Not the thoughts, but the feelings they bring, right? Not the situations, but the feelings they bring. And I feel like we did an excellent job of tackling that today. So keep that in mind next time you try to solve all the bullshit instead of tackling the real problem here. How do you tackle the real problem? Fearing the way that you feel? By getting to know it. By going towards it with an accepting attitude. Letting it play right out. Seeing it right through, as Dr. Claire Weeks called it. All right, you guys. With that being said, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok under Vacate Fear. Check me out if you're interested in coaching. Reach out to me, toss me a DM on any of that shit. I will do my best to reach back out to you. And yeah, I think we're going to end it here. Subscribe if you haven't already. That way you don't miss any future streams. Toss the stream a like, and I believe that's everything. I love you guys. Love you so, so much. And until next time, as always, Tony says I missed it. All we talked about today, Tony, was that fearing the way that you feel is the root problem. How do you get over that? Embracing it. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I love you. And until next time, as always, stay awesome. Actually, you know what? Let's end this with our song. We haven't ended a stream with our song, and if you're a regular here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We haven't ended a stream with our song in a very long time. I feel like it's appropriate. Let's do that. Let's pull that up. Let's get that started, and enjoy it. Enjoy it, guys. I think I found it. Let's see. Let me make sure I can even find the song first. But I think I found it. All right, here we go. Here we go. So enjoy it, guys. I'll see you next time. I love you. Stay awesome.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Yeah. Did it die? Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want.
Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If it wasn't this way, I'd rather die.
No,
Did it die?
wait,
Did it die?
wait.
Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If it wasn't this way, I'd rather die.
Won't die,
Did it die?
wait,
Did it die?
wait.
Did it die?
My aunt think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a lowlife, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting, don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored, careful what you wishing for.
I'm a